What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another Real Housewives of Atlanta recap, which aired on Sunday, January 6th on Bravo. So the show starts off with all the drama that transpired at Todd's 45th birthday party, which Kandi invited Portia, and Kandi also invited the chick who used to mess with Dennis. Did I call the man Dentist? And I believe she's the one who Dennis got her name tatted on him. So, allegedly, the chick tried to holler at Dennis on the slick. And Portia, she caught up on it because Dennis said that he was like trying to duck and dodge her, like giving her the Matrix, trying to get out of her way because she was trying to give him a kiss. So, Portia wasn't feeling that, and she went to go and check the chick for that or whatever, like any woman would do. And then Portia's pregnant now, so we know that the pregnancy hormones are on 1,000 right about now. So she not about to be playing with nobody, especially about her man. So the security had Portia escorted out of the party because she went to approach the chick. Now the chick probably lied and went and turned it all around and said things that probably didn't happen. If anything, Portia was probably rowdy more than, more than violent. But of course, this is somebody who knows Kandi, and we know how Kandi could be kind of sneaky with things. And of course, they already kind of put this all together for the go against Portia. They set this up. This is all a setup. I seen this coming before they can even finish talking about it. So after all that was said and done, Dennis supposedly had text or called the woman and asked her, why did she do that? So the Kandi-coded crew, they sitting there trying to figure out, why would he text her? Why would he even still be in contact with her? Why would he have a phone number and stuff like that? So they just showing the scenes between Portia talking about what happened, her and Dennis, and who is she talking with? I think she was talking with her sister. If she wasn't talking with her sister, she was talking with Tanya. I forgot, y'all. I apologize for that. And then they went to the scene with Kandi and her whole crew. And Carmen, she even came over. And she don't really even work for Kandi no more, but I guess she was invited to Todd's party. And so they all just kind of talk about what happened that night. And it's like Kandi got everybody going against Portia. Anybody who's for Kandi automatically has to go against Portia. Even if Kandi in the wrong, they still like a ride or die for Kandi. And I just I ain't with all that. I'm not all with all. Because if you wrong, you wrong. And if you're a friend of mine, if I'm wrong, tell me that I'm wrong. And I want you to be that type of friend that accepts that from me. You got to be open to me, being able to tell you right. And tell you when you clearly in the wrong about something. I don't understand that about some people. Like, I don't want no yes man. And I ain't gonna be no yes man. I'm gonna tell it like it is. So, although Cynthia, she claims that she's not interested in get married. She got her sister over at her house and they're just kind of talking. She says she haven't talked with Noelle in about 2 weeks and she been going to college, and she find herself blowing her phone up, just doing what mothers do when their kids just went off to college, checking on them every day. And so her sister say, well, why don't you take advantage of all this home alone time and, kind of do what grown folks do around the house. But again, Cynthia claims she's not really ready to get married, but they just having that, sister conversation about men. And she's talking about Mike and if he's ready to get married again, she's ready to accept it, but she's not gonna push the issue to get married. So on to Nene and Greg. They had Cynthia's ex-husband over, Peter. He came by to visit for a little breezy and check up on Greg. They end up talking about the situation with Portia and Todd's party and all that kind of stuff. So Nene, she started talking about Noelle going off to college and how she carried out before she left and stuff like that, and how she gave her the little pep talk on, all this kind of stuff, like how Cynthia needs to start being with her daughter. Just all that. I could just imagine how the conversation went, like Nene sitting up there just running it to Peter about everything. Like Peter already know how they are, but he mentioned about Noel and stuff like that. And I know he wasn't probably expecting Nene to say all that. And then she started talking about Cynthia and her new man, Mike. And I'm like, she talking about everybody else's business except her own. Just messy. Let's talk about your family, your son, and everything that they've been getting into. She talking about everybody else's business, though, to Peter. I know Peter didn't come over there for to talk about all that, but you never know, because he kind of messy, too, honestly. So, we're at Tanya's house now, and who's over there? So Eva is over at Tanya's house, and she said that she don't think she came off as shady and stuff like that. But I'm like, if you're going to be around Nene, you're going to figure out soon that she is just clearly jealous of you. That's why she was acting that way. So they spin the globe and to see like where would they go. And for their next like vacation or whatever. And she had an idea to just invite everybody over at her house, and she would decorate the scenery. And I hope that I didn't get lost in this. If I'm not mistaken, she was saying that when they spin the globe, they came up with somewhere in Tokyo. I don't know. And so they just shot that idea down, and that's when Tanya said that she'll just invite everybody over at her house. I guess that she was going to decorate the scenery to make it seem like they're in Tokyo, but I don't know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on that. So now we're back at Cynthia and Mike. So they're home alone, and Cynthia's fixing up something for him. And she just told him to go relax himself on the couch while they just giving each other sweet eyes like there's some kids in high school. So, yeah, after Cynthia makes it over to the couch, she was thinking that Mike is going to propose to her. And the way they had the camera all set up and everything, you would think that. But, yeah, she looking at him with all these googly eyes and everything. And then Mike says, I promise that I'll be with you for the rest of your life, or I'll treat you well for the rest of your life, or something like that. And Cynthia was like, yes, or thank you, or something. They kiss and stuff like that. So, yeah, that happened. But anyway, they happy to be together. I'm glad that they are an official couple now. So it wasn't a proposal, but they seem to be happy with one another. So that's all what matters. On to Shemaya and Ron. They went and paid a visit to their therapist, I think a couple therapist. And they just give an update on how things are going with their marriage and such things like that. And that's pretty much it. And Shemaya just explains that she want to go back on the road and perform again. But at the same time, she don't think she want to be away from her kids for a long period of time. However, she's heading back into the studio and she's about to start doing the damn thing again. So now everybody's at Portia's house, including Portia's best friend. And I forgot her name, y'all. I'm sorry. But she is glowing now that she's pregnant. So Portia is telling them the whole rundown about what happened at the party and how she was asked to leave. And then Candy, she just didn't want to hear what she had to say, because she went on again to say that she called her or she texted her and said, hey, I'm about to get thrown out of the party. And Candy was like, I'm sorry to hear about that. We're going to have to talk about this later. So Cynthia said, I'm sorry, y'all. Portia was not at the house at this time, but they were all at, they have all made it to Tanya's party. And so that's when that conversation came up. Portia hadn't even made it there yet, but everybody had started to arrive. And that's when they were just talking about it and stuff, just gossiping about all the tea. And so that's when they asked Candy what happened, and she giving a rundown and stuff and talking about, well, it wasn't like that. Portia want to walk up behind the girl, talking about something, so what's up? Like she want to fight. And of course, Candy want to always make it look like that Portia, she's like, I don't know, like she's rageful. Like she's quick to want to approach people in a way where she wants to fight them. Like she don't know how to handle an adult conversation to kind of de-escalate whatever it is that's going on. Instead, she just let things blow up and she's quick to want to fight. That's what Candy likes to portray Portia as, being that type of person. Like she don't know how to control herself. So everybody kind of giving their side to what Portia told them. When Nene makes it there, that's when Candy asks Portia. That's when Candy asks Nene, so what did Portia tell you? And Nene was like, oh. Nene started talking and kind of stumbling over her words, and then she was saying, I really don't want to have nothing to do with this. This don't have nothing to do with me. All I know is Portia said she was thrown out of the fight, and it just seemed like you ain't care about her or whatever. So Portia made it there, and what's her name asked her, you want a drink? Because you're going to need it for what you heading into. Portia was like, no, I don't want a drink. I want something to eat. I'm hungry. So Portia makes it there, being Portia, all bubbly and happy to see everybody. And Candy sitting up there giving this face like, girl, whatever. So Portia told Candy, which she was right. She said, now, if I was invited to a party and I was escorted out, and I'm telling you that I'm being escorted out, and all you say is, well, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'll talk to you later. I don't feel like that you really not my friend, like you really don't care. And I was feeling Portia on that. I really was, because also I noticed that Portia is not the Portia she used to be. Like she's able to express herself better now on an adult level where you really feel and understand what she's saying and where she's going with it. So Candy really couldn't say nothing. So obviously she had to get defensive, like, well, you the one that act like you don't know how to handle yourself. You need to learn how to control yourself, because you the one who went and approached that girl. And I don't feel like that it was like time for me to really address that. This is my husband's part, and I just wanted to make sure he's safe. And I'm like, what makes you think, like, what could Portia do? Even if the girl and Portia would end up having a fight, how was that going to hurt Todd? Now, I understand you want your party, whatever it is that's going on at your house, whatever. You want it to be peaceful. You want everything to be on the chill level. But at the same time, you push this up. And then if you know how Portia is, it was like a setup. So I'm not even buying it with Candy. And Candy know that she pushed all that mess up. So Portia's just up there telling her about herself as she should. Candy done stood up. I'm getting ready to go, because Portia said, and you're not my friend. So Candy was like, and then that's all right, duh. Like, I already know I wasn't your friend. But, see, Candy in the wrong for this. That's all I really got to say about it. That's all. I'm like Team Portia right now. Because that girl was right. And Candy, she stood up, well, I'm getting ready to go, because I see this stuff is about to go all the way left. And then Cynthia makes a comment. Now, Portia knows that she's pregnant, but Candy don't know that she's pregnant. And I also want to backtrack. When all of them got together, Portia finally announced and told all the girls that she's pregnant. And everybody was all happy, hugging her and all that kind of good stuff. But Candy wasn't there. So this is the first time that Portia seen Candy since they're all at Tanya's house. And that's pretty much how this episode came to an end. Like an all blow up, going back and forth between Candy and Portia. Candy was clearly in the wrong. Like she had no regards to anyone else's feelings, especially Portia's. We know that it all goes back to when Portia accused her of the rape thing. Candy'll never get over that, but she'll still want to be in her company. Like she just want to constantly bring that up to make the girl feel bad for the rest of her life. Like she really need to grow up, because that shit just done got old to me, like straight up. Like everybody knows that Portia lied. Portia deal with the backlash from that and stuff. Candy can just stop dealing with her altogether. Stop playing these little games like you got to deal with her and invite her to stuff, because you don't. Just cut her completely off, and they can make it where they don't ever have to be in each other's company to film together. I know Bravo could make that happen, but to be doing little stuff like this to the girl, like you just picking with her not for nothing. And she really needs to grow up. I'm on Portia's side with this one. Candy and her crew pushed all of that up, and they set it up so that girl could be embarrassed and humiliated and put out of their party. because it was a better way to handle it. Portia, she has to, be held accountable for her actions as well. I mean, I know she was going to anger management. I don't know how that's working out. I don't know. I wasn't there to see what really happened at the party. None of us was. We only going by hearsay. But I'm pretty sure that Candy pushed all that up. So anyway, y'all, that concludes my recap of the Real Housewives. And if you all enjoyed this video, would you please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.